All right, so let's go ahead and talk about what's under the hood. So this is rocking an S9 64-bit dual-core processor. So this is blazing fast. Now I believe the Ultra One had an S8. I'm not sure if that was 64-bit dual-core processor, but Ultra 2 is 30% faster GPU, and I believe it's twice as fast with a newer Radeon processor. So this is a great watch, guys, and it's very efficient and it's very fast. All right, so now let's talk about the screen here. Now the screen, this is Apple's brightest screen. So this screen is 3000 nits and the Ultra One was like 2000. So this is 3000 nits. This is a bright screen. So if it's in the daylight, in the sunlight, you're really gonna see this screen, guys. You're really gonna see it. So I do like that. And speaking of screen, this is a crystal sapphire screen. It's very rugged, very robust. It has that titanium finish as well. Guys, so if you're an athlete or if you're like to go camping or you're hard on your really hard on your watch, your construction work or something, anything like that, this is gonna be the watch for you guys. So the exterior is just a great looking watch. Now, speaking of the exterior, guys, this is a 49mm watch. So if you have a small wrist, this watch is gonna be pretty big. So do know that. All right, this watch is gonna be a big watch, but I mean, I'm fine with it. It looks great I have pretty big wrists. It looks great on me. I just like the big screen, all right? And speaking of liking the big screen, it has an always on display. Now, I'm coming from a 7. I believe my 7 had that too, but I've had earlier versions of the watch and they didn't have that always on display, and I had to always kind of move it around here so I can see the time. So I do like that. Now, another major thing about the Ultra 2 is the battery life. Oh man, the battery life is 36 hours of normal use. All right, that's battery life. That's about a day and a half. Now you put this in low power mode, you get 72 hours of battery capacity. That's crazy. Now when I first got this, I wanted to test it out. I went ahead and charged it 100% and I just let it go. And I got up to 3 days of just normal usage now. Now I've had it for 3 or 4 months. You have battery degradation. So right now I normally get maybe 2 days, maybe 2.5 days sometimes, or 2 days and a couple hours depending on what I'm doing. But that's still a long time. All right, so this watch is geared towards athletes and it's also geared towards people going hiking and camping. So if you like to go hiking and camping and you go deep into the woods, then this is definitely gonna be the watch for you. Now, speaking of going camping and hiking, this has a precision GPS on it, guys. So the precision GPS, it doesn't necessarily need a cell phone tower. So if you're somewhere that you're out of coverage, you can put like it's a backtrack function on here. So if you're going like 5 or 6, 10 miles into the forest, you can put that backtrack function on it, and per GPS with the satellite dish, it's gonna track where you are. And if you get lost, it'll help you find your way back to your original position or where you started or where you turned that function on. Now also with the precision GPS, like if you're an athlete and you're doing like a long distance type of sport, like you're biking or you're jogging, well, you can track your distance, your pace and your route with incredible accuracy with that GPS system. So if you're doing that type of sporting, if you're doing the long distance again, it's good to have that GPS system because you can really track what you did that day. So that's pretty cool that you don't need the cell phone towers. And that's something that the Ultra 2 has. I think the Ultra 1 may have that, but I know that's a cool feature. So another cool feature is the double tap. Now this is exclusive to the Ultra 2 and the Apple Watch 9. I don't believe you have the double tap with the Ultra 1. All right, so the main difference between the Apple's Ultra Watch 1 and the Ultra 2 is the double tap feature, which we're gonna talk about here in a second, and the precision finder. All right, and we'll talk about that later on as well. So the double tap feature, guys, basically all you're doing is double tapping your index finger and your thumb, and it's gonna move things on your phone and change different functions. If I hit it like this, it'll pull that up and then it'll go through what I have on my scroll bar here. Another good thing, you can answer a phone call from there. If you have your cell phone, or you have it on a stand or something, you want to take pictures, You can go ahead and put your cell phone on the stand and it can take pictures from your watch. You can do like a little 3, 2, 1 countdown. I found that really cool. So you can also, another major thing is, and I think this is a really good selling point, someone's texting you, you can go ahead and open the text messages, just click like that and open the text messages, and then you can say whatever you need to say, and then you can double click it again and you can send that text message. That is highly convenient. Now, I really don't use the double tap feature as much. I just don't use it as much, but I mean, it's a great feature if you're using it a lot, or you really got the hang of using it, or you're just comfortable using it. It's a good feature to have. Now, the Precision Finder, that's a little bit different. Let's say if you're looking for your phone and you lost your phone, usually you click on the button and your phone will ring. But now it not only rings, it tells you how far you're away from your phone. All right, and it kind of guides you to your phone, guys, and it tells you the feet and how far you're away, and that's actually pretty cool. I use it sometimes, but I don't use it as often because my phone is usually pretty close to me. But if you lose it, it'll let you know within a certain vicinity where your phone is located. All right, so what else can I talk about it? It has most of the same apps as the Ultra One. You know, it has the heart rate, has the blood oxygen. Now, I'm not sure the blood oxygen is still on this particular device because of some contractual issues, but it does have most of the same apps as the Ultra One. Also, guys, is water resistant with the IP6. And if you're swimming, guys, you can go up down to about 100 meters resistance. So that's actually pretty cool. I do have on this watch, you can call from this watch, so it has a cellular service. So you don't have to worry about being close to your phone. I do like that feature as well. Now, the current price of the Apple Ultra Watch 2 is $799. Now, that price is pretty steep, but the amount of technology that you have with your wrists and just have at your beck and call, it's not bad. It's not a bad price, $799. You get this can last a long time, and it has just so many different functionalities that is pretty much a no-brainer. All right, so who is this watch for? So if you're an athlete, if you're always active, if you're camping, if you're hiking, or if you're canoeing, if you're an outdoors person, if you're in heavy construction, this watch is for you. All right, with the action button, you can click that action button and go straight to your workout. It has tons of workouts, and it takes your heart rate, and it takes just your time. You're ready to go. All right, if you're a construction worker and you're doing heavy work and you want to have the Apple Watch, you want to have all this technology on your wrist with this titanium finish and the crystal sapphire screen, you're gonna be good to go. You're not gonna have any scratches, and if you do, it's gonna be pretty rare or pretty small. All right. Now, if you're camping, you're going deep into the woods, and you're doing some type of hiking experiment, climbing a mountain or anything like that, you're gonna want to have the Ultra 2 with that GPS Precision Finder and that long battery life. So if you're anywhere in those categories, camping, construction work, or any type of hardcore job, or an athlete, the Apple Ultra 2 is a great watch for you guys. Great watch. All right, that's pretty much it for me today, guys. If you have any questions, please leave all your questions down below. I'll catch you guys on the next one, but until then, you have a great day out there.